Hello, this is Kate, and this is your weekly tarot card reading. Today I'm going to be using the Osho Zen deck, and I just want to get an overview on what's going to come up for us this week and how we can make the most of things. Okay, so the first card is Celebration, and it's it would be three of cups in a traditional tarot deck, and here it's three of water. And so celebration is all about, well, celebrating and having that kind of light energy, getting together with friends and just like having a good time, having a laugh, and just enjoying that air of celebration. So it's a good time. This week will be a nice time to be social and to reconnect with friends. And also, if you notice, if you look at the card, you'll notice that they're dancing in the rain. So to me, this kind of represents enjoying yourself no matter what's going on. So making the most of things no matter what's happening, and just making the most out of any kind of situation, finding the humor in things too. And that's another big message with this card, is to to tap into your sense of humor and be able to laugh at yourself and to be able to laugh at various situations that might come up for you this week. So just and also celebrating any milestones that are coming up, and making sure that you celebrate even kind of little triumphs. So even little things that you've achieved over the last month, really kind of bringing in that spirit of celebration and celebrating your progress and celebrating anything that you've accomplished in the last little while. So I think really the key to this card, or the real message behind it, is that this week is going to be a really good time to shift your energy around life events. So if you're already feeling, celebratory and happy, then that's great, and keep doing that. But if you're feeling like you're feeling really serious or even depressed or kind of down and worried, it's really important this week to shift your energy. And you can do that by, hanging out with friends, laughing at things, watching funny movies, whatever it takes for you to shift your energy, or even just going out and dancing or getting outside in nature, whatever it takes for you to be able to shift your energy. Okay, so the next card is Possibilities, and this is it would be two of wands in a normal tarot deck, but it's two of fire here. And this card is all about inviting possibility and being able to see what is possible in your life. And it's basically the opposite of limited thinking. So being able to kind of step back, get more perspective on things, and be able to look at the big picture and just really invite possibility. So while the previous card was about shifting your energy around your life and around things, this card is about shifting your perspective and looking at things with kind of a wide-angle view. So being able to see the big picture and get more perspective on it that way. And I think the key to this card too is an understanding of and a realization that you do have a lot of freedom in your life to choose, to make choices, and also to create things. So you're always having to make choices about where you're putting your energy, or where you're going to focus, and how you're going to feel, and what you're going to do. So in that sense, you do have a lot of freedom and a lot of options. Even though sometimes it might not feel that way, it's important to realize, especially this week with this card, that you do have a lot of freedom, especially when it comes to creating your life the way that you want it to be. So I think this card really focuses more on the area of like career, jobs, and creative projects. So if those are areas in your life that you're kind of working on, it's important to really focus on those and invite possibility. And one way to do this is to get together with a good friend, or even like a counselor or a life coach or a mentor, and use that person kind of as a sounding board for your ideas, And also ask that person to give you feedback and ideas on things that they see as being a possibility for you. Because sometimes in our own life we kind of have blinders on, and there's a lot of things that we maybe haven't considered yet or just can't see, but other people have a different perspective, and they can provide us with pretty helpful feedback and ideas around those issues. Okay, so moving on to the next card. Oh, we've got Laziness, which is 9 of Cups in a traditional tarot, and it's 9 of Water in this one. And this card can come up for 2 different reasons. One is if you feel like your life is out of balance and you're needing more leisure time, this card can signify a need to make time for leisure and spend more time doing nothing and spend time just indulging, and you may be eating, drinking, sleeping, lazing around. So if you feel like you're kind of a go, go, go kind of person, you haven't had that kind of balance, this can just be a gentle reminder to make time for that. And the other meaning that it has is if you feel like your life maybe isn't the way you're wanting it to be right now, or you're not getting things done, or the things that you feel are really important to you are kind of being brushed by the wayside, or you aren't spending time on things that you feel are important, this card can indicate a need to re-examine where you spend your time. And you can, you can just kind of go into the week with that kind of awareness of always being aware of how you're spending your time, or you can keep a journal and write down kind of, how you're spending your day and what you're doing. Because I think what can happen is if we have goals and things that we want to create, and then sometimes we can get easily distracted, and I know myself, I'll have a goal to write something or get something done, and then I get on the internet and all of a sudden 3 hours have gone by and I've just been messing around and watching videos on YouTube and surfing the net. And so I think that's really a big message with this card, is being aware of how we spend our time. And to ask ourselves throughout the day when we're engaged in perhaps seemingly pointless activities, to ask ourselves, is this important to me? Is this where I want to be putting my time today? Is this what I want to be doing? And you can do it not just with time, but with thoughts too. So if you notice yourself kind of caught in a cycle of destructive or negative thinking, you can always ask yourself, is this the energy that I want to be aligning with? Is this the thought that I want in my head right now? Is this how I want to create my life? So just kind of an awareness around how you're spending your time, where you're funneling your energy, and what kind of thoughts you're keeping up in your head. I'm just trying to think if there's anything else I want to add here. I think essentially this week, it's a very light week, so there's not going to be a lot of processing or heavy stuff coming up. It's a fairly kind of laid back, easy week, not too much processing, but it's all about shifts and shifting your energy. So we've got, with the three of Cups, we've got that shifting of our energy to a higher vibration, a much more lighter, relaxed kind of feeling, and then shifting our perspective to expand our view and include other possibilities. So really opening our minds up, and then shifting our habits with the 9 of Cups. So changing the way we spend our time and the way we think, and where we put our energy. And I just want to point out the 2 suit elements are water and fire here. So water is all about emotion, feeling, flow, and then fire, of course, is about passion and action. So it's kind of a nice balance this week. So I hope you found this helpful. My name is Kate, and thank you so much for joining me.